Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And earlier this evening we had a fabulous live stream. It was so good to catch up again with Patrick and Davy, and you'll see that live stream in the videos under the Loving Life channel. Lots happening there. We'll be doing several live streams with Patrick and Davy in the months to come, all covering the work that they do, which is quite extraordinary. And that's basically helping impoverished white people and farmers and their workers. Now, let's get back to this particular story. Just a few days ago, I put up a video talking about these cash-in-transit heists that are taking place in South Africa today, and how sophisticated these gangs are becoming. It's almost like a military precision, that they know exactly what they're doing, where they're going to attack. Obviously inside jobs are involved. It's quite extraordinary what's happening. And I'll just give you the facts regarding cash and transit heists. There have been at least one cash and transit heist a day nationally, this is around South Africa, since the beginning of the year, and more than half of these took place in Gauteng. A total of 35 cash in transits have been recorded in the country since the start of the year, and 21 of these were committed in Gauteng. The robberies had almost stopped for about a few months following a harrowing 2018 that saw 179 cash in transits being committed between January and July of last year. On Thursday, the N3 highway near Spruitview, Ekurhuleni, was brought to a standstill after a cash van was bombed during an attempted robbery. The driver of the vehicle was shot in the head and left in a critical condition. A video on social media shows 4 suspects attempting to rob the vehicle in front of other motorists. The suspects then fled away in a white BMW, followed by a white VW Polo. According to the City of Ekurhuleni Disaster and Emergency Management Services, the suspects escaped unharmed, and the scene was handed over to police. On Monday, a gang of heavily armed men pushed a cash van off the road in Kempton Park, forcing it open with explosives before shooting the driver and fleeing with an undisclosed amount of cash. ER24 spokesperson Ineke van Heijsteden said the driver was shot in the head when was stabilized at the scene before being flown by helicopter to hospital. The chief executive of the South African Banking Risk Information Centre, Susan Potgieter, told the paper that since 2020 began, there have been about 35 cash-in-transit incidents nationally. Gauteng had experienced 21 incidents in the past 2 months. Eastern Cape, Limpopo and Mpumalanga had 3 incidents each. KwaZulu-Natal and Western Cape had 2 incidents each, and Northern Cape had 1, she said. National Police spokesperson Brigadier Vish Naidu said that not all the cash-in-transit incidents were categorized as heists, because an incident is only considered a heist if the suspects get away with money. He said, "We, as the joint security forces that are deployed to deal with this, more often than are able to foil them, together with the security companies that are involved. There will always be attempts. I don't know what the reasons are, but people try to commit these robberies. However, the question is the measures we have in place to mitigate that risk." Naidu added that the security forces put measures in place to tackle heist gangs, but the gangs came back with new modus operandi. Naidu said, "Before it was happening a lot in the suburbs and business areas, and then they moved to very rural areas, and now they're coming to the highways. They are trying to be a step ahead of us, but we're always catching up with a new modus operandi." Dr. Henny Lochner, a senior lecturer in forensic and criminal investigation science at UNISA, said there wasn't any one specific reason why more heists were happening. However, he added that the heists were not being conducted by the same gangs. He said, "After a successful cash-in-transit robbery, each of them goes their own way, and then immediately after that, each and every one is looking for a new target. If I identify the possible target, I will phone the previous group members and say, I have information on this. Let's start planning." Lochner said, that if the police apprehended a gang but didn't get every member of the gang, the heists would continue. It's like cancer cells. If you do not cut them out, then it will definitely spread again, he said. He added that cash and transit robbers were highly intelligent criminals and very dangerous. Anti-crime advocate Yusuf Ambramji said it was worrying that cash and transit robbers had become so brazen and that they were using more explosives to blow up the vans. The quicker the police get to the bottom of getting the people who are involved in selling and dealing and trading in explosives, the better it will be. But it seems to me the number of gangs are coming back largely in Gauteng. Now, just yesterday there was a report of a woman who was caught coming out of Zimbabwe into South Africa who had something like 10 million rands worth of explosives on her. And we're talking about the sort of explosive that they'd use in cash and transit attacks. It's quite extraordinary. The whole of Southern Africa is just a complete basket case. All right, guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates. Please like this video. Please share this video. And above all, please stay safe.